Morning, sports investors. How are you doing today? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. Today is Sunday, October 30th, 2022. It's actually about 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful, lovely Queen City. Why? Because we got joints. I got joints today, and joints starting as early as 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All times Eastern on the Betting Public Sports Show, famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show, right? But I'm not gonna even hold you up because this game coming out so early. So let's get right into it, okay? You talk about having football at 6:30 a.m. Um, in on the West Coast, half past midnight in Hawaii. Let's get it. Oh, 3:30 a.m. in Hawaii. Let's get it. All right. We've got the one of the London games. We've got the Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both teams are 2-5. Now Jacksonville is they're a veteran of going to London. Matter of fact, they were talking about one of them being the first team to possibly relocate over to London. So the organization and the players that have been there, they understand the protocol for going over there. Denver, the biggest trip about them going to London is whatever Russell Wilson was doing on the plane. Like I didn't see it. I don't really care, but I did hear about his diet that basically hijacks his bowel system. He's having a bowel movement once a week or something like that. It's like, what the hell, bro? Now eat some White Castles. It's over. All right, so apparently he ain't eating White Castles. But listen, everybody's getting that Russell Wilson $245 million contract. They're saying he stole from him, because he's been stinking. Um, they have no real. They got a decent running game, but Jerry Judy, Russell Wilson, and him can't hook up. Things like that. Now on the other hand, Jacksonville, your buddy, kid who went to Clemson. I'm sorry, Trevor, Trevor, Trevor Lawrence. Pardon me, had a little brain fart there. Trevor Lawrence. He is looks like he's on the rise. I'd say he's trending more up, if anything. And I like his coach, Doug Peterson. He's a good quarterback coach. Um, Jacksonville, they're a young team. And they're probably not going to do much this year, but in a year or two, they're going to be a very solid team, a tough out. They will not be a walk in the park. They're not now. That's why they're favored by 2.5 here. We're going to take them on the money line for -134 against Denver, okay? Jacksonville money line, -134, right? Now at 1 p.m. Eastern, the traditional NFL start, we've got the Arizona Cardinals going to the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota coming up off of a bye. I don't know if they're a surprise team or that Green Bay just stinks so bad that they're the surprise that made them a surprise team, and the Green Bay is actually a surprise bad team. But regardless, Kirk Cousins is balling. Thielen balling, Jefferson, they're all balling. Got a great team there. Okay, Dalvin Cook. On the other hand, you have Arizona, and the running game so. Kid from went to Pittsburgh, Connor or whatever. The running back, he went to Pittsburgh. He used to play for Pittsburgh. Now he's in Arizona for his second year. AJ Green is washed. Those younger guys, they're just not really up to NFL standards right now. But DeAndre Hopkins is back. This is his second game being back from the PED suspension, and he should be a lot better in his second game. However, this could be a shootout. But I just don't think that even with Hopkins, it just, what's his name? Kyler Murray, just I wouldn't. He's nobody to write home about. Um, and Arizona does have a good defense. Their defense is solid. However, I think Minnesota coming off a bye, rested. It's going to be a little rough in the first quarter, but at the end of the day, Minnesota, I think they're going to handle this. They're favored by 4, so we're going to take Minnesota -4 at normal odds. Right? There's no teases, no nothing on these. All right, and then in the last one, I've got the nightcap. Sunday night football, Green Bay at Buffalo. Can't say anything about the weather. I don't even know what the weather's going to be like, but Green Bay gets just as miserable. Ice. Actually, they actually probably get worse weather than Buffalo because their snow is ice and nasty out in the Midwest. That Northeast, Buffalo. It might be thick on the snow, but it's usually lake effect, so it's just a lot of it. No ice in it and whatnot. Um, who else do I like in that game? You got like I said, in Green Bay is a horrible disappointment, woeful disappointment. Tom Brady, or not Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. These are guys who probably should have felt they when January rolls around, they're gonna be, even before January. Right now, they're probably wishing that they retired. Trust me. Um, they're talking about trading Lazard and all these different players from Green Bay. Meanwhile, Buffalo doing what they were expected to do, be the dominant team in the AFC, be looking to upset or finish what the Bengals did by upsetting and removing the Chiefs. You know, Josh Allen looking like he's going to be an MVP candidate, despite the early loss to Miami. But other than that, I mean, Buffalo, they special. Allen, Diggs. Oh, the defense is just incredible. Uh, just Buffalo special this year. Buffalo is special, and like I said last year, they were the team as a Bengals fan I didn't want to see in the playoffs. I'm glad Kansas City knocked them off. Okay, but as far as this game, Buffalo's an 11-point favorite, and if you haven't been paying attention, the Buffalo mess around, fuck you up real bad, by like 17 if they have to. Buffalo's relentless, and that's why we're gonna go ahead and take them -11 to cover the spread. They're coming off a bye too, um, so they're gonna be rested against Green Bay, who their timing might be there, but they're just not a team. They don't like each other. I mean, they let the Jets and Washington beat them in back-to-back weeks. They're not about to beat Buffalo, and they're not even about to come close to the spread. It seems that Sean McDermott, coach for Buffalo, he seems to pay attention to the spread and tries to cover it. So we're gonna go ahead and take Buffalo. Okay, -11. All right, normal odds on all three of these games. All right, so let's recap. 9:30 a.m. NFL London. We're taking the Carolina Panther or Jacksonville Jaguars -2.5. I'm sorry, over Denver. Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern. We've got the Arizona Cardinals at Minnesota. We're gonna take Minnesota -4. Okay, and then the last one, the nightcap, Thursday night football, Buffalo hosting Green Bay. We're gonna take Buffalo -11. All right, so there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And let's it's gonna be an EFP day, okay, folks? You know what EFP is? Every fucking pick. All right, let's go out here and have an EFP day, and let's encourage safe betting. Okay, watch our passwords on the apps, and be careful of who's around us when we're folding out big bills. All right, but until then, everybody, stay. We'll be back tomorrow on the podcast on Mondays. You know how to find that. All right, talk to you at the beginning of the show about that. But until then, everybody, be well. Peace.